orders this evening. As many of you have already heard, Hershel Woody Williams, the last surviving World War II recipient of the Presidential Medal of Honor, passed away early on Wednesday morning at the age of 98. Let us pause to present a tribute to Mr. Williams and his selfless devotion to his country, to freedom, and to his fellow servicemen. Woody was born, as was noted, in 1923 in Quiet Dell, West Virginia. He enlisted in the Marine Corps and served at the Battle of Iwo Jima with the 21st Marines, 3rd Marine Division during World War II. During battle, Mr. Williams displayed what was described as valiant devotion to duty and service above self as he, quote, enabled his company to reach its objective. Mr. Williams' actions, commitment to his fellow service members, and heroism were recognized on October the 5th, 1945, when he received the Congressional Medal of Honor from President Truman at the White House. Mr. Williams' devotion to duty, service members, veterans, and their families had begun, however, long before that battle and before he even entered the Corps. For in the darkest days of World War II, he came in direct contact with families in his own community with his first job, delivering Western Union telegrams, informing Gold Star families of the deaths of their loved ones. He said those experiences gave him a greater appreciation for life and an understanding of a difference in death in the normal world as expected in life and those who were lost serving the military for their country. Here he reflected on his service to our nation during a visit to Gettysburg.
There were 27 Medals of Honor awarded for Iwo Jima. 13 of us survived. The others sacrificed their lives. I am the last now of the 13. With the number that was killed on Iwo Jima, when we got there, they had no place to put the dead. So they wrapped them in ponchos and stacked them along the shoreline, just beyond where the waves stopped. So we're running out of the Higgins boat, and I see these stacks of bodies. And that's one of the first visions that I saw when I got off the Higgins boat. You're standing on ground where people sacrificed their life. It's got to have some emotional impact on you. Here at Gettysburg, the way they fought was so different than what we did in World War II. We think that we profited by the way they fought in the Civil War because they were almost shoulder to shoulder. And we were taught not to do that. We were taught to disperse as much as we could. I think that took more courage, really. I had an opportunity to get on the ground. They didn't have that opportunity. The important part is you don't let fear overcome what you're doing. And courage is the opposite of fear. If fear takes over, then you cannot accomplish your mission. Here at Gettysburg, most people do not know that 64 Medals of Honor were awarded to individuals who went above and beyond the call of duty. On this occasion, there was a cabin with some snipers in it, and 6 Union soldiers eliminated those snipers, and as a result of their action, they received the Medal of Honor. Chester Furman and the other 5 individuals, they felt a great deal like I did on Iwo Jima. They were just fulfilling that for which they had been trained and had taken on that obligation that To win, we've got to get the other guy first. I say that it's a divine intervention that I survived. When the commanding officer asked me if I could do something with the flamethrower, I said, I'll try. I strapped on a 70-pound flamethrower and selected 4 other Marines to give me some protection as I approached the pillboxes that were holding us up. We were in the opening, they were in a confined pillbox, so they had all the advantage and we were losing Marines very rapidly. I didn't go forward alone because I had other Marines risking their lives to protect mine. And in the process of eliminating 7 of those pillboxes, 2 of those Marines sacrificed their lives protecting me. Every Medal of Honor person who has received it would say, it doesn't belong to me. It represents those who never got to come home. Chester Furman and the other 5 individuals, they didn't have to do what they did, but they did it for a cause greater than themselves. Being here at Gettysburg, where you know that individuals sacrificed their life so that we could have all the privileges we have and have the opportunity and the thrill of saying, I am an American. And I am an American because others made it possible.
We do thank the American Battlefield Trust for providing us with permission to use this video they have produced. Following Woody's military service, he came to believe that the recognition of families lost in military service was simply inadequate. That observation and his personal commitment to veterans and their families resulted in the creation of the Woody Williams Foundation. It allowed him to continue his devotion to those who'd served, especially the Gold Star families who'd lost loved ones. Mr. Williams and his foundation were responsible for establishing 94 Gold Star families memorial monuments across the United States, with more than 79 additional monuments underway in 50 states and 1 U.S. territory. His foundation will continue to grow its reach by involvement in multiple initiatives across the country. Mr. Williams was a simply extraordinary leader, a devoted serviceman, a true national treasure. Our thoughts are with his family and his loved ones this evening, and I ask you to join me in a respectful moment of silence in memory of this great American. Thank you. Let us continue with our program tonight. It's sometime